Alex Jones banned from YouTube. Should it matter? Does it matter? Coming up next on Deceptions of the Ages News. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Deceptions of the Ages News. Today, we have to discuss a very important topic. That topic is the banning of Alex Jones from not only YouTube, but now he has also been banned from Twitter and I assume Facebook as well. Before we get to that, I need to just explain to you why we have a different format today. I have started a new podcast. It's called Books in Hindsight, where we talk to the latest and the greatest in authors, and we also explore some of the great books of the ages. So that is why we have a different setup today. And if you like it, then please hit the comment section below and go ahead and tell me that you like it, or if you want to go back to the Cosmos format that we had before, which I also like as well. But I got this new microphone actually, and I use it for the podcast. It is a Audio Technica 2020, and I got this and this stand and my pop filter all for $109 on Amazon, and I also got a BEHRINGER amplifier for about $60 on Amazon as well. And so I'm really sounding great, I think I would say. And I will leave links to these. I usually use my Samsung remote mic but for my Galaxy shots, but I will leave links to all of these in the description below if you want to check them out on Amazon. All right, I would also ask you to please subscribe to Deceptions of the Ages. We are really getting close to 2,300 subscribers, and it was just a few months ago where I was happy to have 30. So yeah, we've got a lot of subscribers, and if you are watching from the Alex Jones channel, then we do cover the same topics that Alex Jones covers. But we relate to things in three categories: Mormons, Freemasons, and extraterrestrials, which means we keep up to date on news about conspiracies or things that might be happening in the LDS Church, or discoveries about the church that have been made. So that's how this channel works, Deceptions of the Ages News. And today we're going to talk more about Alex Jones. And I have a few notes here that I would like to go over. And so if I look down, I am just looking at my notes because I just want to make sure that we don't miss anything. Now, the first thing that I want to say is that we need to be very concerned about what happened to Alex Jones. This is what happened in fascist Germany. And this is what happened in, when the communists took over in Russia. Well, actually, it didn't happen when the communists took over because they didn't have any freedom to begin with. So what has happened with Alex Jones is that he has led a conservative movement, and whether you agree with them or not, they have a political viewpoint, and he had 2.4 million subscribers. That means he has somewhat of a political voice in our country, and he represented people's viewpoints. Now, I have never, I don't watch him too much because I can't handle that raspy voice. But when I do watch, I notice that Alex is pro-America. He is a patriot. He supports the people who defend our country. He supports honesty in government, and he is like a whistleblower. And Alex, I just want you to know that I respected you so much. In my book, the RAINIER paradigm, I'm not trying to throw in a cheap plug here, but there's actually a character based on Alex Jones who ends up things turn out rather well for him. But even in the book, The Rainier Paradigm, I guess it's a little bit prophetic, because in the book he starts out by being fired. So, Alex, I just want you to know a couple of other things that affect you and I personally, I guess is what I would say, is that, okay, so Alex, not only did I actually use you as a character in a book of mine, loosely based, of course, and I also have written a book called Deceptions of the Ages, which is about the basically brainwashing of people because of the conflict between science and religion that has gone on for hundreds of years. And Alex, I have contacted you guys so many times. I have emailed you. Can I come on and talk about my book? Can I come on and talk about other things? And I never even got a response back. So then, Alex, I want to also add that in the last election for Washington State, I ran for the United States Senate. And I sent you emails and tweets and yada, yada, yada. I sent them all to your station. I'm running. And what am I running on, Alex? I am running on, and I will put my real deal right. Hopefully it will show up right here. Actually, I'm just going to fill up the whole screen probably. But I was running on breaking up the tech monopolies and getting them disassociated with our deep state. And that is here in my agenda. So you see, I was actually going after this, after these people that have gone after you. And I was going to hold them accountable. And you actually ended up going to this hearing with them. And I guess you got into some kind of scruff with Rubio. And, you know, Alex, why didn't you support my candidacy? That's all I have to ask you. Why didn't you support my candidacy, who, if you look at all of my agenda, I am basically, we're on the same side, but you didn't support me. So that leads me to question things. And you also supported a person, and I'm not going to say the person's name, but a person who has been associated with fascists, is not in any way qualified really to be in the United States Senate, especially compared to myself and the other candidates, just based on our experience and our education and our career fields. So, Alex, why did you support the most unelectable person in Washington State? And why didn't you support a more moderate Republican like myself? Well, this is what I think. And I know that people have accused you of many things. And I have, I got a lot of the information I'm going to talk about in a minute from, I can't remember her name. I'll find her in a second. I'll see if I can't just bring her up on the, Hacking the Headlines, yes. Hacking the Headlines accuses you of being an internet shill. And I'm not exactly sure what that is, but it probably can't be good. So, Alex, my thing is if I was trying to do all this stuff that seems to be supporting what you support, then why wouldn't you support me, right? Because, and I have a very electable, I mean, everybody who found out about my agenda voted for me. I got a lot of votes, considering how much I actually was able to put into the campaign. So, okay, so you ignored my campaign, Alex, and, I realize you do your thing, but I would just have to question who you're actually supporting. And it almost gives more credence to the fact that you just might be a person who is trying to put a face of the ranting, raving white male, angry white male, and supporting all of these right-wing causes that more or less sound racist. And I noticed when you were supporting this guy by actually showing up at his rally, which was not even in his own state, in Vancouver, which I'm sure you got him a lot of votes, thank you, and took votes away from myself. But I noticed that your person that was there doing the reporting in his Marine flak jacket from, I mean, I used to wear those things back when I was in the 82nd Airborne. And he's got his flak jacket on. I don't know if he had a helmet handy, but it was quite comical. But I noticed that you showed up at his rally, and he would find every non-white person he could and interviewed them about not being a racist. So it just really looked hokey. And that's all I have to say about this, Alex, except for my final message to you is that based on what you have done, your exposure to the Brandenburgers, the elite group, which nobody would have even known about if it weren't for you. Your exposure of all of these things that most people, I would basically be afraid to do and say the things that you have done and said. But, you know, Alex, we support people. I mean, you are getting the truth out. And you were basically banned for the same reason that I have almost been banned, and we're going to talk about that in just a minute. But I just want to close off my message to you, Alex. If you have something to post, I will post it on my YouTube channel. I don't know how that works, but send it to me at inquiries@HEINESSIGHT.com. And I would be glad to try to upload your video to YouTube. And if I get a strike, then I guess that I will get a strike. But I'll upload your videos, and I will put out any messages you would like. Because, Alex, I know you basically ignored me. And if you are a government shill or whatever that is, then that's fine. Then you don't need any of my help. But if you do need my help, I just want to say that I'm out there. And now I'm going to shift this a little bit from talking to my friend, hopefully my friend Alex Jones, to now I'm going to talk about a couple things about Google and Facebook. Well, not Facebook, but about Google and YouTube. First thing I want to tell you is that in 2015, I said we need to boycott YouTube. Because they kept they just won't show your videos, and they kept decreasing my views, right? You look on, I would have like so many views, and then I'd look at it the next day, and they would have subtracted views from me. So why would they do that? Because it's this herd mentality that I actually talk about in Deceptions of the Ages. But the more people that are watching and viewing a thing is the more that people, it's just like when you drive by a club or something. If there's a lot of people there, then you say, oh, wow, I'd like to go there. But if there's one car, in the parking lot and a guy's puking next to it, you don't want to hang out in that club. So that's the same thing with YouTube. If you have a lot of subscribers or a lot of views on a video, then people will want to watch it because they'll say, okay, well, this has, a lot of people seem to like this, or we're suckered into it. But if you just see like 12, then why would you want to watch it? So that's one thing that I really wanted to boycott YouTube for. Now, I want to also talk about something in the way that I have noticed, and I don't do the code thing. I'm not a computer guy. I don't work for Microsoft, and I don't know how this works. But I have noticed this about my videos. When I post a video that is non-political, like say about a UFO, or maybe I don't want to stretch it too far, but something that is non-political. I would like to say a religious video, but that would also probably get this as well. And you check this out when you do it. When I post a video, because I have conservative views, I look at my link, right? And it has like a negative, or that's either a dash or a negative sign. I don't know. But if it has a dash in it, I can tell you that video is not going anywhere. Now, what am I talking about not going anywhere? Well, if I look at my video screen, then I have videos that are recommended to me, as do you, right? Well, I am pretty sure that if it has that negative or that dash on it on the link, I don't think that that is going to ever show up in anybody's recommended link. And if you look at my channel, you will see that I have all of my videos, I'm very well educated. I think out my videos. I provide evidence. I have nice pictures for them, and I back up everything that I say, and I provide the links for my sources, and I do everything that to make my reporting credible. But look at my views. I mean, I don't really have that many views, and it could be me. I could smell bad or something. I don't know. But I think really because I keep seeing these dashes in videos that don't go very anywhere as far as views, and then the ones that don't have the dashes, they seem to do a lot better. So it is my opinion that when the video has a dash in it, that video is not going to show up in a recommended anything, right? So there is no chance that anybody's going to click on that. And so also there's going to be no chance that anybody is going to think that this is a popular site. So I don't know anything about it, but I'm not going to join it. Now you can look at my HEINES for Senate channel. It's the same thing. Every time I post on that, I need to look at the links to make sure, but I'm pretty sure most of those I have little dashes, and I think some of them actually had 2 dashes in them. So they got a double whammy. So the next thing that I want to talk about is when I was looking at a website, and this was the website I talked about a second ago, called Hacking the Headlines. Now I saw what the person who does Hacking the Headlines, I'm not familiar with her name, but she's talking about how Alex Jones was banned from the internet, and she talked about how he got 3 strikes on a video. Well, guess what? I received a strike for the same video. Now, I did a video about, I hadn't seen Alex Jones's. I did a video that said that the FBI, who had been notified about this kid, I said that the police who knew about the kid, I said that the school counselor knew about the kid, I said that there was some peer of his that said that there was some association with him and a white supremacist group. There was the counselors that knew that these people had taken his money, and that they basically had pushed this kid to do these things. And then also he was playing video games all the time, right? Which are great for training, and the U.S. military trains people on video games. So I made all these points, and guess what? My video was deleted, and I was accused of, and I'm going to put my thing right here. Can you believe it? I was accused of bullying. And when I'm bullying somebody, that means that I guess I'm threatening them or something. So I didn't call Alex Jones. Here's the thing that Alex Jones was kicked off for, and he was kicked off because he was also kicked off for bullying, right? And I don't know how he's kicked off for bullying, but he got 3 strikes for that same story. I did 2 stories about that. And in the second story, I believe I talked even more about the subtle clues, or maybe it was that one about, like, it was Parkland, like Parkland Hospital. And there were all these subtle clues that if you were looking at it, you would know that it was a setup. And I hope that wasn't the one that was deleted, because that was pretty good, because it had all these signals in it, like that Freemasons used, like in the Da Vinci Code, that you could tell it was a setup. And I hope that's still there, but if it's not, well, I had a video like that. Anyway, they kicked it off, and they gave me a strike. And so I got the same strike as Alex Jones. However, my strike, I put out this video in February. I don't know when Alex Jones put out his, but my video sat there for months. And then in I look at the date on this. I guess it was July, that they kicked me off. Okay, that they deleted my video. So they let it sit there for that many months. So what happened? And why was I accused of bullying? I would have to actually interact with somebody to be bullying them. So this is what we really need to be afraid of, because they're okay. YouTube is lying. I was not bullying anybody. I posted a video that tried to explain an alternative viewpoint, alternative theory of what happened to this kid, which is what we do on Deceptions of the Ages News. All right. So how was I bullying? So that is a lie right there. And the fact that they banned Alex Jones for the same videos, for basically probably suggesting the same thing that I'm suggesting, then we have a serious problem in our country, because from now on, this means that you have to accept whatever the government tells you. And if you don't, they are going to shut you down. Now, when they shut you down, they're going to do it publicly. They're going to make sure that people know you don't have a Facebook account anymore. Oh, and you can't talk to people on Twitter because Twitter has banned you. So then people are going to say, oh boy, what did you do? Oh, you must be some kind of a troublemaker. And you know, I went to a high school where there were two kinds of kids. There were the kids who did everything that they were told, and they were the good kids, and they never got in trouble, and the teachers liked these kids. And then there were the kids like me, you know, the poor kids, and we were loud, and you know, we had different issues than, you know, just being in school going on in our lives. And we rebelled, and we questioned, and we said, well, no, maybe things aren't as great as you think that they are, and we don't really like your rules that much. So this is the kind of society that we're getting. If you like our country, and if you are against this invasion of these people that are coming in, and basically these people are running the tech industries, and this is why I said we need to ban these monopolies, and we need to fund other tech companies. These people are just coming in here, and they are just going to destroy our democracy, and we have to sit by and watch it, because we want to look at our phones, and we want to get tweets, and we want all these things that the internet and these companies are giving us. But in the end, you guys, this is just the beginning. And I don't know what the exact poem is, but remember the poem where they said I didn't do anything when they came for the Jews, and they didn't do anything when they came for the whatever. Well, you guys, I'm telling you right now that they are coming, okay? They are coming. And I'm not kidding. I ran for office. I ran for the United States Senate because I wanted to stop this. They are coming, and our election was rigged, and we are in more trouble than you have any idea. So you need to support Alex Jones, and you need to contact your congressman, and you either have him reinstated on these sites, or else you insist that your congressman help somebody who is going to give us an alternative. And we really need to get alternatives to YouTube and Google. I've been saying this for years, but if we don't, they will be the government, and they know everything about you, and they know everything about me. And when they want to shut you down, they're going to shut you down in a big, big way. And if you don't believe me, just look at some of my other videos. So please, thank you for your time. This is Deceptions of the Ages News. And we have a really serious issue. And I hope that if you are a fan of Alex Jones, that you will subscribe to my channel. So I hope you like what you've heard here. And if you have any comments, please leave them in the comment section below. And please listen to us on Books in Hindsight, and watch my Senate campaign at HEINESSIGHT.com. All right, so Alex Jones, we're with you, buddy. We're with you. No matter how crazy you might get, we still like that raspy voice of yours. Here on Deceptions of the Ages News. We'll see you next time.